Recent breakthroughs in neuroscience reveal that strategic respiratory patterns can forge new brain circuitry faster than a decade of conventional meditation practice. These findings challenge fundamental assumptions about neural development timelines and offer immediate access to brain transformation previously thought impossible. The mechanism operates through precise manipulation of neurochemical cascades that govern synaptic formation and pathway establishment. The human brain functions as a dynamic construction site where neural architects continuously design and rebuild cognitive infrastructure. Neuroplasticity represents this remarkable capacity for structural modification throughout life, extending far beyond childhood development windows previously assumed by science. Each conscious breath triggers cascading neurochemical releases that fundamentally alter brain chemistry and architecture. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor flows through neural networks like specialized construction material, enabling rapid pathway development and synaptic strengthening. Stanford's Neuroscience Institute documented extraordinary findings in their 2023 research. Participants practicing specific respiratory sequences demonstrated BDNF production increases exceeding 200% within 4-minute sessions. These results eclipse traditional meditation outcomes that typically require months or years of consistent practice. The respiratory system maintains direct communication channels with manifestation-related brain regions, enabling immediate influence over neural construction processes. Intentional breathing patterns literally sculpt new pathways that support desired reality frameworks. Traditional manifestation approaches fail because practitioners attempt to override existing neural programming without first establishing new foundational circuitry. The brain operates through established superhighways carved by repetitive thought patterns over years or decades. These well-traveled routes represent limiting beliefs, doubt patterns, and scarcity programming embedded within actual physical brain structure. Attempting manifestation while maintaining old neural architecture resembles planting exotic seeds in contaminated soil and expecting flourishing growth. Current neural networks function like sophisticated GPS systems, continuously routing thoughts back toward familiar destinations. Even when conscious intention directs attention toward new possibilities, the subconscious automatically defaults to established pathways due to energy conservation principles. The brain consumes approximately 20% of total body energy, creating evolutionary pressure toward efficiency through familiar route selection. This explains why visualization, affirmations, and traditional meditation often produce minimal results despite sincere effort and consistent practice. Neural pathways resemble jungle trails carved through dense cognitive terrain. Frequently traveled routes become deeply grooved highways that guide thought traffic automatically toward predetermined destinations. These established channels possess such structural integrity that new conscious thoughts struggle to compete against ingrained patterns. The subconscious mind prioritizes energetic efficiency over conscious preference, maintaining established programming regardless of surface-level intentions or desires. Breakthrough research demonstrates that conscious respiratory control provides direct access to neuroplasticity activation mechanisms. Unlike gradual meditation approaches that require extensive time investment, strategic breathing patterns immediately trigger brain chemistry modifications necessary for rapid neural reconstruction. This understanding transforms manifestation from long-term discipline into immediate neurotechnology application. The neural rewiring protocol consists of 4 precisely calibrated breathing sequences designed to systematically reprogram brain architecture for manifestation capability. Each breath pattern targets specific neurochemical systems while creating optimal conditions for synaptic formation and pathway establishment. This approach bypasses traditional limitations by working directly with brain construction mechanisms rather than attempting to override existing programming through willpower alone. The first sequence activates foundational neuroplasticity systems through controlled respiratory rhythm. The 4-7-8 pattern stimulates parasympathetic nervous system responses while flooding neural networks with construction-ready biochemicals. Nasal inhalation for 4 counts activates the hypothalamus, initiating neurotrophin release. 7-count retention allows neurochemical saturation throughout brain tissue. 8-count mouth exhalation triggers vagus nerve activation, establishing optimal conditions for neural construction activity. During this activation phase, the hypothalamus releases precisely coordinated neuroplasticity compounds including BDNF, norepinephrine, and acetylcholine. These substances function as neural construction crews, providing materials and energy necessary for new pathway development. The controlled breathing pattern ensures optimal distribution throughout brain regions responsible for manifestation processing, including the prefrontal cortex, limbic system, and default mode network structures. The second breath sequence creates new neural pathways while the brain maintains heightened neuroplasticity states. Visualization combined with specific respiratory timing enables simultaneous cognitive and emotional pathway formation. 6-count inhalation while mentally embodying desired reality activates prefrontal cortex regions responsible for future planning and goal orientation. 2-count retention allows neural network integration of visualized content. 4-count exhalation consolidates pathway formation while releasing competing neural activity. This pathway creation phase engages what neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza terms elevated emotion combined with clear intention. The technique simultaneously activates rational planning centers and emotional reward systems, creating comprehensive neural networks that support manifestation from multiple brain regions. The specific timing ensures optimal neurochemical coordination between cognitive and emotional processing centers. The third breathing sequence solidifies newly formed pathways through theta wave induction. Extended respiratory cycles naturally shift brain activity into frequencies associated with deep meditation and memory consolidation. 8-count inhalation while visualizing pathway permanence strengthens synaptic connections within new neural networks. 4-count retention allows integration processing. 8-count exhalation releases old pattern interference while reinforcing new pathway dominance. Theta brainwave states mirror REM sleep frequencies when the brain naturally consolidates experiences into permanent memory structures. This breathing pattern essentially provides fast-track access to memory consolidation processes normally requiring extended time periods. The visualization component during theta states ensures that desired reality frameworks become integrated into permanent neural architecture rather than remaining temporary conscious constructs. The final breath sequence locks new neural architecture into default operation mode. Maximum respiratory effort signals the nervous system to prioritize newly formed pathways over existing alternatives. 10-count inhalation draws manifestation frameworks deep into cellular memory systems. 10-count retention establishes new patterns as neurological defaults. 10-count exhalation releases resistance while cementing transformation into automatic brain operation. This lock-in phase activates gamma wave production throughout the nervous system. Gamma frequencies represent the highest measurable brainwave activity and correlate with breakthrough insights and expanded awareness states. The extended breathing effort triggers systemic nervous system activation, ensuring that new neural pathways receive priority status within brain hierarchy systems. Olympic athletes employ similar respiratory protocols to achieve peak performance neural states within compressed timeframes. Their success demonstrates practical application of these principles in high-stakes environments where mental optimization determines competitive outcomes. The breathing sequences target specific neurotransmitter systems with surgical precision, creating neurochemical environments optimized for rapid transformation. Rhythmic breathing patterns increase GABA production, quieting analytical mental activity that typically interferes with neural construction processes. Intentional visualization during specific breath phases triggers dopamine releases that reinforce new pathway development. Extended exhalation sequences boost serotonin levels, creating neurochemical conditions where synaptic formation occurs rapidly and efficiently. The amygdala, which normally generates fear responses that block transformation, becomes calmed through controlled breathing techniques. Simultaneously, the hippocampus responsible for memory formation becomes activated through visualization components. This dual state creates what researchers identify as the optimal learning zone where neural transformation occurs most efficiently. Advanced practitioners develop what neuroscientists term neural synchronization, where internal reality and external experience achieve perfect alignment. This phenomenon occurs when new neural pathways become sufficiently established to influence perception mechanisms themselves. The brain begins interpreting environmental input through newly constructed neural frameworks, creating apparent reality shifts that reflect internal neural architecture changes. Brain imaging reveals that consistent protocol practice develops permanent structural modifications within neural tissue. Gray matter density increases in regions associated with learning, memory formation, and emotional regulation. These physical changes create sustained access to enhanced awareness states and improved manifestation capability beyond temporary practice effects. The technique works by hijacking the default mode network, the brain's background operating system that runs when conscious attention is not actively engaged. Most people's default programming consists of limitation-based patterns established through past experience and conditioning. The protocol literally installs new default programming that operates automatically without conscious effort or maintenance. Practitioners report characteristic signs of active neuroplasticity, including vivid dreams featuring desired reality scenarios, spontaneous insights and opportunity recognition, decreased emotional attachment to limiting beliefs, and unexplainable confidence regarding inevitable change. Physical sensations such as cranial tingling, pressure behind the eyes, or energy waves indicate active neural construction activity. The brain cannot distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and actual events when processing occurs during optimal neuroplasticity states. This principle enables the protocol to program neural networks for success by creating authentic experiential memories of desired outcomes. The visualization component during breathing sequences literally constructs neural pathways as if desired experiences had already occurred. Research demonstrates that strategic respiratory control represents the most efficient method for manifestation-oriented neural reprogramming. Unlike traditional approaches requiring extensive time investment and uncertain outcomes, conscious breathing provides immediate access to brain transformation mechanisms. Each practice session creates measurable neurological changes that compound over time, establishing new cognitive defaults that support effortless manifestation capability. Optimal implementation requires twice-daily practice, leveraging natural neuroplasticity windows during wake-up and sleep preparation periods. Morning sessions capitalize on natural brain chemistry that favors neural construction, while evening practice ensures new pathways integrate during sleep consolidation cycles. Within 24 hours, practitioners typically notice increased mental clarity and reduced internal resistance to goal achievement as new neural pathways begin dominating established patterns. By the third day, most individuals experience manifestation momentum where external circumstances begin aligning with internal neural architecture changes. This phenomenon reflects the brain's influence over perception and attention, causing practitioners to notice opportunities and resources that previously remained invisible. The neural rewiring creates heightened sensitivity to manifestation-relevant environmental cues while simultaneously reducing attention to limitation-supporting information. The protocol's effectiveness stems from its ability to create comprehensive neural ecosystem changes rather than superficial modifications. Traditional methods often work against established brain chemistry and existing neural infrastructure. This approach works with natural brain construction mechanisms, enabling rapid transformation through optimized neuroplasticity activation rather than brute force pattern override attempts. Neuroscientific validation continues mounting as researchers document the profound relationship between respiratory control and brain modification capability. These findings position conscious breathing at the forefront of manifestation technology, offering immediate access to transformation previously thought to require extensive time investment and uncertain outcomes. The 4-breath protocol represents a distillation of ancient wisdom validated through modern neuroscience, providing anyone with direct access to neural reprogramming capability within minutes rather than months or years.